Hi, good evening. Welcome aboard HeadTrip Air. For those of you just joining us, we're taking a slight detour away from our official world tour, which is now headquartered up in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we're going to take a little bit of a field trip. We're going to go down south, down into South America. And there's a little town I want to explore a little bit. I was talking to a coworker just a few weeks back, and she was telling me about this cool little town in Brazil called Brasilia. And Brasilia apparently was developed with the vision of a futuristic city when it was developed, which I think was back in the 70s or 80s. So it's kind of cool. It's intended to kind of look futuristic in style, but it's got that 70s vibe to it. And so I know my wife would be interested, and so maybe I'll tell her about this and let her kind of watch the episode after the fact and learn a little bit about Brasilia, Brazil. So this is an episode of HeadTrip Touring Co. This is the travel and touring arm of HeadTrip Air. We hope you enjoy your flight. Not a whole lot to it. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the scenery. Maybe at the end of the episode, we'll pull up some Google and just do a little bit of research and look at some photos and compare it with what we see in the sky. And hopefully we'll walk away learning and knowing a little bit more about Brasilia, Brazil. Now, I realize it's dark, so we're gonna pull back the sun just a little bit, and we're gonna now that's some gorgeous southern hemisphere stars out there. I don't know if you can see that on a small screen, but we'll have to save the stargazing down south for another trip. So we're just going to come up here and we're going to pull the sun back to about, I don't know, maybe 5:30 local time. That should hopefully give us enough time to tour around the city. Let's just scoot that forward just a little bit. That's close enough. 5:28 p.m. local. That should give us enough time to just kind of meander around the city, see the sights, and get a good feel for it before we can enjoy a nice little sunset in the southern hemisphere. And then we'll find an airport, hopefully a little more developed airport than this one. This is actually an airstrip down there, just outside of the city limits. Let me actually show you what I'm seeing here on Navigraph. So here's where we're at. This here is the city of Brasilia, and it's built around this little lake. I don't know if that's a man-made lake or if that is a natural lake that you just kind of built around. Kind of cool, though. But here's your city of Brasilia. We're right out here, kind of in the countryside outside city limits. So we're going to be flying to the east to get to our destination. So I think we're facing west right now, so it's going to be right behind us. So I think I'm going to go all the way down to the end of this airstrip, and then we'll just take off going east, and let's see what we find. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Brasilia, Brazil. Now our airplane's already loaded up and ready to go. All we need to do is take off the emergency brake, and we're ready to move. So let's come back into our cockpit. And let's get on the move. A little bit bumpy of an airstrip. Hopefully it is a little smoother over there on the red dirt. So we'll just take her easy so we don't blow our shocks. My goodness, there's some bumps on this road. I'm going to give ourselves just plenty of room to work with because I don't know what kind of speed we're going to get on this airstrip and how much damage we're going to do to our plane trying to get off of it. But I trust that we'll get up in the sky. Sorry for the pre-flight vertigo. This looks like a pretty good spot. See if we can do a little U-turn here. Beautiful vegetation. You know you're not in Albuquerque anymore when you see that. Okay, I think we're lined up pretty well. Boy, this is gonna be, I don't know how this takeoff's gonna be. If we had any shocks to start with, we're not gonna have any shocks after this, so hopefully this doesn't end our flight just even trying to get down the runway. But we're gonna try it. So I'll take a quick look at my, whoops, here I am trying to put on autopilot. There we go. Well, that's kind of sad, and this is kind of a sad song already, right off the get-go. I don't know if we wanted that, but hey, we'll roll with it. This is, by the way, the soundtrack's brought to you by Killstar. I figured if we're going to have a kind of a retro tour here of a futuristic city, we may as well listen to some retro-styled futuristic music from Killstar. So enjoy the soundtrack, and let's get on the road. I'm going to bring our flaps down one level. Here we go. Buckle your seatbelts and hang on for the ride. Here we go. Uh-oh. Whoop. That was a little hazy, but I think we're going to survive it. That's cutting just a little bit close. See if we can get our speed back up. Beautiful countryside. Look at that. So far, I'm digging it. So far, I'm digging it. Now, Brasilia is off to the left here, a little more directly east, so I'm going to just make some slight maneuver. My goodness. Pretty, pretty country. Going just a little bit fast, so I'm going to put one level of flap down. Right over here to the right of us is a little town called Santo Antonio de Descoberto. Better pull up a little bit here. We're losing a little bit too much altitude by all of our gawking around here. All right, the city proper is over this direction, so let's just make our way right here about, I don't know, maybe 95-degree bearing. Little bit of a farmer's breadbasket right here. Now, up in the distance, there's a little village, or shall we call it a suburb of Brasilia, and it is called Samambaia. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And Recanto das Emas. And I need to brush up on my Spanish while I'm down here, but really interesting terrain. Okay, we're starting to come into the slightly more populated portion outside of Brasilia. I'm catching a little bit of the 70s vibe, and we haven't even gotten to town yet, so there's that. lot of interesting red dirt patches. I don't know if that's significant or not. Looks like we got our power lines down there. Okay, we're moving out of Samambai into, let's see how I pronounce this. Taguatinga? Taguatinga. Let's just call it Taguatinga. Here, you be the judge. You let me know what you think this is pronounced as. Right up here. Taguatinga. Now look at this layout. This is an interesting kind of layout of the city right here. Oh, nice. We have a nice little airport. Maybe we'll plan on landing on that one on our way back. We'll follow the freeway out, and that's going to lead us right into Brasilia. Not a huge town out here. A little bit of sprawl for certain. Some more of that deep red farmland. I don't know if that's more just the photogrammetry that kind of picked it up that way, or actually I don't think this is photogrammetry. This is probably satellite imagery, so for what it's worth. Making our way right into town here. Now, Microsoft Flight Simulator has not yet come out with a world update for South America. So some of these sites may be slightly less defined than we would hope. But nonetheless, still be interesting to fly through and take a look. Okay, coming right up on the city of Brasilia, which, by the way, is the capital of something. It's one of the capital of one of the provinces, I think, down there, or something. We'll figure that out when we do our after-flight research. don't know what that is. Is that like a park? Looks like maybe a park down there. So it's this building down here. Pay attention to this one right over here, this round one. We're not going to get a lot of definition, so yeah. I mean, we'll recognize it when we go out and do our right down here. Check this out. These buildings right here. There's your future shop of America. Of Southern America, I should say. Look at that. Interesting. Do you feel like you're in an episode of Miami Vice yet, or what? You know? And of course, that's the 80s, but we'll figure out when this thing was developed. I'm going to try to drop down a little bit. Those clouds are kind of giving me some grief. See if we can get below those clouds. They're starting to really hover over the river here, or the lake. Let's bank over here to the left. I'm going to drop as far down as I can. I'm just going to drop my throttle until I start losing some altitude here, but I don't know how far these clouds go down. Just there we go. That's a little better. Let's see what's over here. Let's push our nose up a little bit with some speed. While we're doing that, let's take a quick look at where we're at. My eyes are really bad, but paranoia? Something like that. Okay, I'm going to come back around and we'll take one more fly over Brasilia from another angle, and then we'll go and land and call it a little well, we'll call it a day. See if I can see down there. That's interesting little building down there too. Little horseshoe. So I think the futuristic part of the city was intended to be this strip, I believe. Oh, that's... I mean, all of it's a little bit interesting. That one's interesting down there, but I think it's this strip where we'll just have to look and see what it looks like in real life. These little round dome type buildings. Kind of reminds you of like the Innoventures or Innovations or whatever it's called at Disneyland. It's interesting. These little freeways, twisting and turning. So this is the one I'm the most interested in. This little building right down here, and then this building right over here, stadium or whatever it is, football field, and then this one, these ones right here, and then this one. Just curious what all this is. That looks like hotels over there. Very cool. There's another little round building right over there. A couple of them, actually. Okay, we're about 4,500 feet. Let's see if we can make an adjustment here and move over towards our airport, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of over there. I better get myself a little more speed, though, or I'm not going to make it. There's our airport over there. Alright, let's figure out the best approach to land. I'm going to actually try to be a good pilot and maybe call our landing in, possibly. But in order to do that, I need pretty good trim, or else I'll give myself just a little bit of trim here. Whoop, a little more trim than that. There we go. And that'll give me just enough time to make a call into tower. Oh, I guess I need to request Class C airspace before I do anything.
Brasilia approach HeadTrip 12 is type Cessna Skyhawk 4 miles northwest of Brasilia, 6,000 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
HeadTrip 12, Brasilia approach. Squawk 7657.
Squawk 7657, HeadTrip 12.
HeadTrip 12 radar contact 4 miles northwest of Brasilia, 6,200 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain on navigation.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace, HeadTrip 12. Brasilia Tower HeadTrip 12 is 4 miles northwest, 6,500 feet with whiskey to land.
HeadTrip 12, Brasilia Tower. Altimeter 29.902 wind 291 Enter left traffic, runway 29 right.
29R.
Runway 29 right, HeadTrip 12.
29R. I want to say that's going to be the left runway, but I can't guarantee you that's the case. So let's just get our heading to 290 and figure it out. It's either the left or the right, and I'm not sure which one it is. I hope it's the right runway. That's the one I'm going to go after. They've both got plenty of length. We'll bring our trim back down and start to make a descent. Throw some flaps on to drag me a little bit, buy me some time. Just kind of float down there like a feather.
HeadTrip 12 contact ground on 121.8.
Okay, and there's our landing. Not bad. Not bad at all. Maybe Maybe we're getting a little better at this. Just maybe.
HeadTrip 12 acknowledge last transmission.
Certainly not getting any better at listening, though. Let's see if we can make them happy.
121.8 for HeadTrip 12. Brasilia ground, HeadTrip 12 taxi to the gate.
HeadTrip 12 taxi to gate 30 via taxiway Alpha.
Taxiway Alpha to 30.
Taxiing to gate 30 via taxiway Alpha, HeadTrip 12.
Let's just figure out where we're at. At this stage, I think I am going to bring open Navigraph, pull open our charts. I think it's this one right here. Go to our taxi charts. Yep. And there we are. Okay, so we need to go to gate 30, I guess. Taxi, what? Taxiway A? A, where are you, A? Goodness, that's all the way up there. Well, let's see here. Gate 30. Let's go to our gate map, shall we? Let's see if we can figure it out. Oh, that one looked like actually a pretty good one. 30. 30 is right there at the end of the terminal. On the left, looks like the left wing. 30 is right there. That's not too hard to find. Let's go back to our airport here. So we're just going to need to go right up. Basically right there. So right down taxiway U, up K, right there. I don't know why I said taxiway A, but hey, whatever. So I'm going to do a UE. I need to do a UE. We'll put our flaps back up. Right down here. Maybe cruising just a little bit on the fast side, but looks like a pretty straight runway to me, so I don't think there's much danger of flipping it. Now, if we chose the right parking space, I'm really hoping we have someone to flag us in. I mean, that's like the best part of the flight, so we're going to try to do our part, and let's hope they do their part. Okay, we're getting close. Right over here by this plane. Let's see if we got someone waiting for us. Is that him? Yep, that looks like it's him. Maybe. Let's just check how close to gate 30 we are. I mean, really, it's like literally that line right over here. I mean, this is literally 30, like right here, I think. So I don't see anyone waiting for us to wave us in, but we'll try not to complain. I'm pretty sure this is where they're supposed to flag us in, right here. But it's not the largest airport in the world, so we'll forgive them. That's a pretty sunset. And there it is. There it is, folks. Your personalized, customized tour of Brasilia, Brazil. Now let's get our flashlight on here and make sure we get our parking brake on. I think it's right down here below the seat. There we go. Just in time for the sunset. Nice little flight. And there we are. So there you have it, guys. Just wanted to remind you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to see flights like this. As always, we invite you to join the Discord server if you'd like to come and participate in the community right now. There's not much of one, but we're always open to new friends. Come in and chat with us on the Fun Bus during some of our live flights. And come in and just have a good time traveling around the world. So, coming up shortly in the next few days, I would suspect, the continuation of our world tour, our attempt to circumnavigate the globe, touching down on every nation on the planet without crashing and, of course, without dying. That's the goal. Right now, we've moved our international hub from Salt Lake City International to Albuquerque, and we'll be taking off from there and continuing on our journey to conquer the planet. So, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for joining this HeadTrip Touring Co. episode in Brasilia, Brazil, and we will catch you on the flip side. Okay, I actually forgot the most important part of our tour, of course, and that is a tour of the actual town of Brasilia, as I promised I would do. So, as you can see, you probably start to recognize some of these features as we flew over them. Looks a lot more impressive at night and with the lights. But let's just take a look at what Brazil has to offer us, shall we? You can start to get a sense for this sci-fi type feel. This is one of the cities that is not really that well represented in the game. You have a little piece of it, a little bit of a feel, but you don't get this full vibe by flying around. You don't see this kind of stuff. But we recognize some of these features, right? Now, if that's not 70s, I don't know what is 70s. That's pretty cool. Maybe we can get a better shot of that. And there's that building I was interested in, right? I don't know what it is. Gallery of These Are the Latin American Cities Within the Best Quality of Life, Part 7. That doesn't make sense. Sure looks fun, though. Now that looks cool, too. Brasilia, Brazil, the city you never knew you wanted to go to until now. Look at that. It's brilliant. That's brilliant architecture. Love it. It's very cool. Is that stained glass? It's very cool. And look at that lake. That is just really cool.
So carry on, 'cause I'll be strong. I know that I was wrong.
Yeah, that's not Brasilia, but that's Brazil. There you go. There's your futuristic flair. As seen through the eyes of Small Wonder the robot.
So carry on, 'cause I'll be strong. I know that I was wrong.
That's just really cool. So there you have it. Brasilia, Brazil. I don't know how many times you can say it in one episode. Brasilia, Brazil. But it's kind of a fun thing to say. Say it with me now. Brasilia, Brazil. Headquarters of shoveling. And that.